Well, this is the real danger, is that once you have Facebook and Twitter starting to kowtow to the European Union, these are the same people who will kowtow to China, they'll kowtow to Russia, they'll kowtow to North Korea, they'll kowtow to virtually any authority in order to get in there. And we've already seen Facebook make deals with China to restrict its own content provision in places like China. And again, they're a private company, they have the prerogative, but there is something troubling about the idea that a supposedly free speech medium is going to now be subject to government whim.
Well, and you bring up a very important point as well, because yeah, they are private companies, that's fine, but it's a fascistic element to sort of to fall before the EU or before any sort of regime or government entity and say, well, you know, the mob has decided that they don't like your speech on this, so we're going to, for the lack of a better way to put it, it's not technically censorship, but we're going to make sure that we suppress your speech. That's troubling as well, because there's censorship and there's still speech suppression, and the only thing that differs is really the entity that's doing it.
I totally agree. And the entity that's doing it matters. Obviously, the government has guns. Facebook doesn't. If you don't want to engage with Facebook, that's sort of your problem. But it does create a less free feeling. And more than feeling, it creates a less free America when most of the major social services that everybody uses are now being censored from the top in political fashion. And that's what I'm afraid of, especially given how many rumors we've heard about what Facebook does politically, especially given what we know about Twitter's political bent. I mean, Twitter's been very clear about what they do politically as far as shadow banning people and banning people if they don't like what they have to say. So if everybody's aware going in what the problem is, it's sort of my view on the difference between CNN and MSNBC. In some ways, I prefer MSNBC because at least MSNBC is out front with how left they are. If you want to be out front with how left you are, more power to you. But if you're going to tell me that you're unbiased, that everybody gets treated the same, then you actually have to treat everybody the same.